There's way too much competitive energy on the follow that. I think that's really why things are slowed down because everyone's trying to like find their spot. And we've spoken to the idea of character resonance and identity cultivating, when it comes to this product. But to be completely honest with you, I'm really not seeing the natural. I'm seeing forced. I'm seeing follow that. And that's too much comp. So it should stop. But the show's gonna keep going. And I'm not gonna get into that level of comp because at least that's being done with some kind of uh like they've been doing it forever and they still gonna be besties regardless. The rest of these people are just doing this and it's like it's self-servitude, not a good look. Let's get into Raw. Let's do NXT and we getting up out of here, man. I wanna rapid fire this, but we'll see. Raw was alright. NXT was alright. Like it wasn't nothing crazy to go crazy about, but Elimination Chamber Saturday, so I'm really not expecting like the biggest performances. But for the most part, what was served was alright. Like I'm not complaining about it. So now, Logan slapped CM Punk. I mean, Logan's back now. Punk just it's just something to move things forward. I don't have any feelings toward because it, Logan just got back. You know what I mean? You want to talk about natural superstardom and, well, superstar in the ring talent, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what that is with him. And then Punk being back, I mean, it's something that's happening, something to do, right? So, I'm seeing Punk with that victory, though, respectfully. Like, I'd rather that. I'm talking like just as far as where both of them are at with the product goes right now, or where the product goes. Yeah, Punk needs that win. Logan just got here, whatever. And then he got the first slap. It's almost like, all right, we all know who the heel is here now. So there's that. Kaiser pin to Pete Dunne. All right, triple threat. Focus on the combat. All right, fine. In-ring element, all right, fine, but we need a little bit more to not how the matches are produced, but the stories told, and that there's a fine line between that shit getting hokey and goofy and stupid act, like it just looks bad. But I'm seeing the matches, I'm following the matches, and I'm just looking like the matches might. It's the first part of them I'm seeing where it's like, oh yeah, this is. They have to get tired first, or at least show a little bit of fatigue, and then maybe in portion 2.5 to the third part of the match, where shit turns up, things will start to ramp up. I've been watching their psychology for years when it comes to this. At this point in the new era, I think the wisdom is definitely slowing down and making the combat more interesting so far as the stories that you want to tell, as opposed to knowing the tried and true formula that doesn't really I wouldn't say keep the interest because it keeps it, but then it's like with so much of the forced character resonance right now, it's like we're not really gonna get as much as we can out of that lemon, my opinion. So triple threat match was fine. Like I don't even care about who won now. Technically, all three of them are in good spots. They're gonna continue. The Elimination Chamber Saturday, so that's really what I'm seeing. New Day, Joaquin Wild, Cruz El Toro. Alright. Fuck is going on with Ray? I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So there's that. The worst part of the New Day, and I mean this with every part of the I'm supposed to not like the heel team, I hate their theme song, bro. Like I'm so mad that that theme song is that, and it's not bad. It's just bad. Like it's bad for them. It's not a good theme song. I'm not feeling it. Love those two. They're doing great right now. That's how I feel. But no, the theme song needs to go. But that's not gonna happen because how these guys are gonna get back on being baby faces, especially with the real seemings of this cat E not coming back. So shit. Whatever. Let's see what happens now. Gunther and Tozawa. I mean, it's something that could get Tozawa up a little bit, but the Tozawa character is where it needs to be, and it's definitely room for growth because of the academy. But then I mean, champion's gonna be the champion, right? So, like, what was it? On Friday, that whole "I let you win" thing with The Rock. Which, by the way, the block is hot. Don't ever do that again. Ever. I don't ever want to see that shit no more. Like, it was nice. It was a cute gesture in New Orleans. Shouts to Weezy, you know what I'm saying? All that. But at the end of the day, and the start of the damn night, that is not The Rock's entrance. He might as well have came out to Know Your Role. And that only happened one time. See, so that it was nice. It was a nice gesture, but that ain't like, no. That is not how my Pump Up the Jam went. Pump Up the Jam was the way the rest of the damn intro works. That's how I felt. But, you get what you get when it comes to the show, and you don't complain. So The Rock talking about letting heads win. You know what I'm saying? Now, Gunther's not gonna let Tozawa win, obviously, but I mean, the sentiment of the idea was pretty solid, and I just thought to that, like, I think Gunther could do a lot worse, and he proved it throughout the match. It was pretty much decimation was the story there, but we could do this a lot of. It could have been something else, but just beating up on the young like that, it's levels. So I'm not mad at it, but it's definitely something to do. Long way to Mania, man. Long way to Mania. Still a few weeks out. Oh my God. So now, all right, Women's IC Championship. Lyra is just finding some space back on TV. Shouts to Coda, always. So now we looking at Coda losing is, I guess. The match was, I guess, but it's still space for everybody to build and develop. Like, it's a lot going on, and then to get the women on TV more often and to have these matches make sense. Like, I'm looking at character development, so they're gonna have the match is gonna happen, and then I'm gonna be excited about the results and the whole process to the results. The Sharp-eyed fan base is probably gonna have a lot of bad shit to say about it as the main event too. You see what I'm saying? So, man, the match is the match. We still, I'm here right here, holding out hope for the division, and we going. And I'm not saying that's like a bad thing. I'm saying, like, there's a lot of TV to fill and not that many slots to do it with. Like, it's a lot. We know that. So, shouts to Larry for picking up the victory. I think it's the right person won that. Coda is, like, she's in the alright spot right now, but we need Oscar back. We need Kairi back, and then. What's going on with Bayley? Like, we need the whole damage control element to get back together right now. I think that's going to get them that shot in the arm they need, my opinion, but I could be wrong. There's a little bit of sense of humor, but not a good one. All right. Braun Breaker beat Dom. DQ. A whole bunch of craziness. Yeah. Whole Judgment Day tension backstage. No Rhea, no Terrible Twins. No Rhea, no, what's his name? Damien, of course. About to call him something else, that's why, but none of that. So these guys are backstage, like, it was family based. Now it's just like sibling rivalry. Do we need that? No. Are they going to break up for it? They shouldn't. What are we looking at? Because it's like, what's next? Finn is going to have to make a strong character move. And the rest of them, I guess, is fine. Like, Raquel and Liv won the tag titles, so that's something. So that leans into the whole Liv and Finn tension. But then Dom, what is it? Dom and Carlito. And then we're still waiting for JD to get back too, right? So, holding pattern. I get that. I don't want to say tension, but let that continue. Like, there's I think there's something there between obviously all three of them, like that brotherly sisterly element between Finn and Liv. But then we're looking at what's it? This nigga, part of my language. we looking at Dom and Finn, and it's I mean, I don't want to see a match out of it, but I see how it can devolve into shit like that. So I'm not going crazy, but that's probably what it's going to end up as. When you be outside, people watching and start profiling, it's like, yeah, I realize it's a lot of the self-control I need to gather for myself, because I want to jump through what seems to be the screen on my side, but not on you, but I'm not even going to talk about it. Just like I said, I realized, like, the people watching Element, like, too much noise in the crib. Not even enough noise outside right now, but it's still, like, so much intrigue of what's going on. Let's move on. Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, in the ring. Implored him to not accept The Rock's offer. All right, so Cody's not dumb. Let's just say that out the gate. Cody's not stupid, all right? I know that you watch this guy for years, man, decades even. So you see what's really good, and it's like, man, this is such an egotistical move, like, if I've ever seen anybody try and do like you're doing family stuff. Like, I get it, and it bolsters the family. If anything, I'm very proud that this man is on the board of directors. To try to turn it into, like, soul play games and all that, like, all right, I'm seeing institutionalism. And that's really, really over heads at this point. So Cody can't be The Rock's champion. Cody can be WWE's champion. Now, if the final boss, can't be champion for himself, then he's going to need somebody to represent. That gives corporate beef Austin and the Elder back in the day. I've heard, small rumblings of that can't happen, it won't be the same. I'm not even going to disagree with it won't be the same, but so far as Cody Rock feud, like, really on that championship level, like, let's not put the People's Championship on the line. No. But the WWE Championship is intriguing, because if Cena's going to shake the hand of the man one day, is going to hold 17, then who's to say, respectfully, that DJ can't go on his own little attempted reign of terror to get there, or to get the 18, pardon me. Like, I mean, he probably won't get there because final bullshit. You can't be the champion. Like, like, I see maybe one or two more reigns out of him. One serious reign, the other I just felt like it reign. And I'm saying this, like, respectfully, because we've seen Triple H do it recently with things, and it was like he really didn't want to be champion. It was just something to put the title on. Then Randy got the title for 14 and something. It was just craziness. Like the Royal Rumble win, like back in 15, 16, I don't know, but that's where I see DJ going. But I don't really think the final boss wants to be back in the ring or like that. But beyond that part, it's still like a lot of busy shit. So they'll have their fights over things, and I see how the feud will go. But Seth jumping in, most I got to say, shouts to Seth being the MVP of WrestleMania last year. That was awesome, man. It was like, and I mean, that was really, like, good stuff. And I'm glad that they called back to that vibe, because it was like people almost forgot it, but then there was that part of the crowd that was damn sure like, oh nah, this man was the MVP of WrestleMania. You know what I mean? And never forget, he was right there on deck, ready to break up the whole fight, got up in The Rock's face, all that shit, hurt his knee, or everything. Like, he was really, and then still fought through the match. Like, it was really levels to it all. But when I see the forced resonance, it's like, Now let's move on. Liv and Raquel, new tag champs. You can't complain about something like that. I feel like that really needs to be that. Like, I see Raw. You know what I mean? Do we fly through NXT? I don't think NXT needs to be commented on, because, again, forced resonance. And then I don't like how a situation played itself out earlier this week, and then I'm not even around for it to really, see how it plays itself out. If I'm gonna run with this one for a split second. I'm not gonna be here for long because the streets of NXT is, and they doing groundwork right now. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna let that shit chill. Hold up. All right, Stephanie Vicaire beat Carmen. Fine. Carmen's doing great. The love stuff backstage is simmered down muchly. So that means it was noticed. And then I noticed it past couple weeks on TV, even if I wasn't around or whatever. But trust me, as I said, let the creative be the creative. I know what these people doing. So the girls had to calm down. There wasn't much girl TV time. There was a lot of guy shit. Now it's like kind of leaning back into it, but it was like, oh no, we were just doing it for the demographic. Yeah, okay. All right. And now, we see where we at. So the same way I was talking about, the same way it was noticed with the girls before, back in what was it, the Impressionables era? Chill out. I'm seeing it with the guys. It's not good because these guys are raised by their mamas, and these guys are thinking like girls. So you're just gonna deal with a bunch of girls with dicks. Pause. I'm telling you. So the creative's fine, but the character force and the resonance, I'm not feeling it because it's affecting the source on the creative. Trust me, I know I'm saying it. Now, what else? Now Julia got to fight Shorty for the title. All right, what type of DQ is that going to end in so both of them can hold on to their championships? Because putting those titles together too soon like that, I don't agree with. My opinion. Now we got TNA in the mix. This don't even make sense. This is why the gates was closed before. But no, I get it. I understand it makes more sense to have this happen. It's more TV time for newer people. But what about the people that been there? What about them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about them? Oh, nah, they can't do this and that. And 6 months and then they leaving. No, the field trip ended and now things are different. All right, cool. But, I mean, good to see him there. Moose the champion, look damn good, B Lexus King. I mean, I see the comedy. I definitely see elements of the comedy, but I like them both. We'll see how things go. TNA still has to be TNA, And I would have been remiss if I'd not talked NXT because the Hardy Boys was on, wasn't they? So yeah, they beat NQCC. Good. The characters looking good. It's great to see the Hardys. I was right back in my living room at 9 years old all over again. I'm glad to see it. Poetry in motion from the platform into the ring was probably my favorite move of the match. All of the rest of the stuff, Hardys did their thing. Like I said, when you're a nine-year-old kid watching this, just enamored, it's like, wow. So, good on them. Good on NQCC for being there for that, man. And I'm happy that match happened. Just as far as just NXT being that different element in itself, it really meant something to watch it. So there goes that. All right, Nate Frazier and Axiom. I've been real quiet on my boys, man. I'm very proud of them. Weekly. They continue to show and prove. Their matches are great. Last time around, there was some crazy shit happened in the middle of my space where I was recording at. So I had to chill on the whole Inamura thing with Briggs, which is great match, great teams. Nate Frazier and Axiom are on the road to being considered quite possibly the greatest tag team of this modern generation. If we modern day in it, then I'm liking what I'm looking at. It's doable. I think they can pull some shit like that. I've had my tag team partners over time, and I don't have any more tag team partners now, but I heard there was one that was looking, like, I'm not going to say much. I'm rather sudden, but we'll cover that over time. But Nate Frazier and Axiom are looking very good. I actually think that should remain a thing. Because just like NXT has technically the best women's division in wrestling right now, which a lot of people can't disagree with. You know, like, and they're all coming to the main roster pretty soon. So we gonna see. And I don't know. But just like we got that, right now these guys are making the tag division really look popping just off the strength that they've been a team for so long. It had their little stories they've told with the descent, but fuck all that. Still a team, still bros, besties, whatever you want to call it. You know, neither one of them are perfect at all. But that's the only space where it's like, nah, because I'm only seeing two people. All right, and that's what I say. Don't try to force nothing. Like, I'm seeing two, and I'm enjoying what they've brought forth thus far. They got a couple of more tag teams to go through, but to take on the Hardys and, you know, just have a match with them. Wait, they didn't even take them on. We're gonna see that one. I'm waiting for it. So we'll get there. Now, Lola Vice, Ariana Grace. Lola wins. Good shit. Ariana Grace back on TV. I'm guessing post-injury. Thank the good Lord. No gas. Just chill out. You know what I mean? Because if I go no breaks on this, then again, we not doing the impressionables era no more. Like, that shit needs to calm the fuck down. And we'll cover why over time. Now, Ricky Sainz, Javon Evans, Wesley, Ethan Page. Wes looks great. Tyrese and what is it? This cat Igwe. Good. I like them. They're doing good. They look right with Wes. Good. Wes looks great. Let that be clear. Ricky Sainz, I guess. We was all waiting to see when these guys would be all, you know. We was waiting to see when they'd be. What the fuck is this thing? Doing more as far as this guy's here now, so who is he? And then it was like, all right, well, we're not saying his name. If you wasn't watching the other product, then you're not knowing who he was. I don't watch the other products. So I'm sitting here watching these guys literally Michael Jackson's spin move around saying his name, and it's like there's a whole another thing around it because like the people clearly know who he is. So I guess that they're waiting to see if he has a name change, but then I'm looking to see if they gonna say his motherfucking name. So it's enough comedy, a lot of swag. Is everybody always mad? Cool pose. This shit is funny. It's a nice act, and then he can move. You know, he reminds me of a modern day Spud type. You know, and I'm not even gassing none of it. I'm just saying. So he looks good. Might be another one of those that usher in that era of a smaller champion. No diss. I'm just saying, like, he looks good. And so shouts to Ricky. And then Mike Knight bounce. Yo, I think I done said enough. So let me get up out of here.